On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Moss.
A small, soft plant that grows in a low, compact layer, often on the ground or on rocks.
Examples:
Green moss, moss garden. Moss grows in damp, shaded areas and is often found on the forest floor.
Shrub.
A woody plant that is smaller than a tree and has several main stems emerging from the soil.
Examples:
Tree and shrubs. Small shrub. These are shrubs with no trunks that rarely grow taller than 3 meters.
Comprise.
To include or consist of something, the act of making up or forming something.
Examples:
Comprise a large percentage. Comprise the recent past. The team comprises players from different countries.
Branch.
A division of a tree or woody shrub that grows out from the trunk or a main stem, a division of some larger or more complex organization.
Examples:
Branch office. A branch pipe. The branch of the tree had fallen and blocked the road.
Cluster.
A group of similar things or people close together, often forming a distinct mass or unit.
Examples:
Live in a cluster. A cluster of stars. A cluster of grapes hung from the vine.
Dense.
Containing a large number of people or something with little space between them.
Examples:
Nutrient-dense foods. Dense forests. The entire mountain is covered in dense rainforest.
Packed.
Extremely full of people, very crowded.
Examples:
Packed audience. A romance-packed movie. The drama is fascinating and action-packed.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Desert.
Arid land with little or no vegetation, often covered with sand or rocks.
Examples:
Desert basin. Oasis in the desert. This region is predominantly desert.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Parsley.
A biennial herb with flat or curly green leaves that are commonly used as a garnish or seasoning in cooking, often added to dishes for its fresh flavor and decorative purposes.
Examples:
Italian parsley, chopped parsley. I added some fresh parsley to the dish for added flavor.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Continuously.
Without being interrupted or paused, repeatedly.
Examples:
Use one thing continuously. Continuously removed. The country's domestic coal consumption has been continuously declining for decades.
Organism.
A tiny living thing.
Examples:
Aerobic organism. Group of organisms. A diversified plant species generally enhances beneficial organism populations.
Environment.
The natural world, such as air, water, and land, in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Component.
One of several parts that combines with others to form something bigger.
Examples:
Key component. Spare components for cars. The researchers try to discover a common component in all types of successful organizations.
Quotidian.
Occurring or recurring daily, ordinary or commonplace, typically used to describe something boring, repetitive, or mundane.
Examples:
Quotidian chores. Quotidian life. The artist was famous for capturing the beauty of quotidian scenes in her paintings.
Timescale.
A period or interval of time, particularly one used as a standard for measuring or comparing other periods of time, a reference point or benchmark for the duration or length of a particular event or process.
Examples:
Long timescale. Realistic timescale. The timescale for completing the construction project is 3 years.
Backward.
At, to, or toward the direction or place that is behind or rear.
Examples:
Walk backward. Backward angle. She falls over backward when she sees her mother-in-law.
Catalyst.
A person or thing that causes an important event to happen or changes the current situation rapidly. Chemistry, a substance that initiates or accelerates a chemical reaction without being changed itself.
Examples:
A catalyst in the process of hydrolysis. Catalyst for reform. The global financial crisis acted as a catalyst to unite the country.
Agenda.
A list or outline of things to be done, discussed, or considered.
Examples.
Agenda setting. Ambitious agenda. The agenda for the meeting includes discussions on the budget and new project proposals.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples.
Photograph album. Photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Churn.
To stir or agitate a liquid, substance, or mixture vigorously to produce foam or because of violent movement, to cause a large number of people to move or leave, to produce something, such as money, through continuous activity or turnover.
Examples.
Churn out manufactured goods. Churn in my stomach. The cream needs to be churned for several minutes before it becomes butter.
Long-standing.
Having existed for a long time.
Examples.
Long-standing relationship. Long-standing tradition. The long-standing trading built mutual reliance.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples.
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples.
Philosophy of education. Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Proverb.
A short saying that expresses a truth or gives advice based on practical experience.
Examples.
A hackneyed proverb. Ancient proverb. The famous proverb actions speak louder than words reminds us to focus on deeds instead of words.
Bulb.
A rounded underground storage organ of some plants from which the plant grows, the rounded part of a cylindrical structure, electric lamp consisting of a glass ball.
Examples.
Wet bulb thermometer. A lily bulb. The light bulb has burned out.
Naive.
Showing unaffected simplicity and lack of experience, wisdom, or judgment.
Examples.
Naive belief. Naive mistake. The con artist's lies quickly took in the naive young man.
Longevity.
The property of being long-lived, great duration of service.
Examples:
Longevity crisis. Longevity genes. He is proud of the longevity of the business.
Geography.
A field of science devoted to the study of the lands, features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth.
Examples:
Geography class. Economic geography. She did well on her geography exam.
Lichen.
A composite organism consisting of a symbiotic relationship between a fungus and an alga or cyanobacterium.
Examples:
Lichen fungus. Lichen families. The lichen on the old tree bark was thick and lush, a sign of a healthy ecosystem.
Primal.
Of or relating to the earliest stage of development, fundamental, primitive.
Examples:
Primal eras. Primal fear. The primal instincts of the animal kicked in when it was threatened.
Heighten.
To increase or enhance the intensity, degree, or extent of something, to make something more pronounced or noticeable, to intensify or amplify.
Examples:
Heighten anxiety. Heighten emotions. The use of bright colors in the painting heightened the overall sense of joy and vibrancy.
Fjord.
A long, narrow inlet of the sea between cliffs or hills, often with a shallow, rocky shoreline, found especially in Norway.
Examples:
Spectacular fjord. Fjord tour. The beautiful fjord landscape was breathtaking to behold from the ship's deck.
Archaeology.
The branch of anthropology that studies prehistoric people and their cultures.
Examples:
The Institute of Archaeology. Prehistoric archaeology. She teaches archaeology at the local university.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Nowhere.
Not in, at, or to any place, not anywhere.
Examples:
Nowhere else to go. Come out of nowhere. I've been thinking all day and getting nowhere.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
electronic device, tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Humble.
Having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's quality or importance.
Examples:
a humble cottage. Humble opinion. The nobler, the more humble.
Disconnect.
To unfasten or disjoin something, especially to break the connection between a supply of gas, water, or electricity and a piece of equipment.
Examples:
disconnect a plug. Disconnect the water supply. She finally decided to disconnect herself from the company.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Glacial.
Relating to or resembling a glacier, equals a slowly moving mass of ice, or the process of glaciation, characterized by an extremely slow or gradual pace or movement.
Examples:
glacial movements. Glacial terrain. The glacial pace of the negotiations frustrated both parties.
Stream.
A small, narrow river, a continuous flow of something, such as liquid, gas, people, vehicles, etc.
Examples:
the stream of time. An endless stream of cars. Jet streams are the common name for air currents that form high in the atmosphere.
Campsite.
A place where people can pitch tents, park RVs, or set up other types of temporary shelter for recreational use, often equipped with facilities such as bathrooms and fire pits.
Examples:
campsite location. Scenic campsite. The firewood at the campsite was wet and made it hard to start a fire.
Abundant.
Present in great quantity.
Examples:
live an abundant life. An abundant supply of water. The country has abundant oil and natural gas resources.
Grab.
To take hold of something or someone suddenly with a hand, especially in a violent way.
Examples:
grab an audience. Grab an opportunity. Shall we grab a bite to eat?
Trout.
A species of freshwater fish, typically found in cold, clear streams, Known for its speckled appearance and often favored for sport fishing and culinary purposes.
Examples:
Trout fishing, grilled trout. The river is known for its abundance of wild trout.
Bare.
Not covered or clothed, lacking embellishment or decoration, mere or basic, undisguised or open, empty or devoid of something.
Examples:
Bare minimum, bare essentials. She wore a simple dress with a bare neckline.
Innocent.
Not guilty of a crime, offense, etc., not having an evil mind or knowledge.
Examples:
An innocent child. Thousands of innocent people. My husband was found innocent of any crime.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Centimeter.
A unit of measurement of length in the metric system, equivalent to 1/100th of a meter.
Examples:
Centimeter measurement. 30 centimeters tall. The room was only 1 centimeter wider than the piano, making it a tight fit.
Lifespan.
The length of time for which a person, animal lives, or thing exists.
Examples:
Lifespan extension. Lifespan retrieval curve. Generally speaking, men have a shorter lifespan than women.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Aerial.
A type of acrobatics or gymnastics performed while suspended from hanging fabric or rings, a pass or shot in sports, particularly in soccer or volleyball, that is made while the player is in the air.
Examples:
Aerial antenna. Aerial photography. The aerial view from the airplane showed the beautiful landscape below.
Ominous.
Giving the impression that something bad is going to happen, foreboding.
Examples:
An ominous silence. Ominous sign. The ominous clouds in the sky foretold of an approaching storm.
Predatory.
Living by eating other animals, especially by catching prey that is still alive.
Examples:
A predatory bird. Predatory warfare. The domesticated cat still has its predatory instincts.
Fungus.
A type of organism that includes yeasts, molds, and mushrooms, which are heterotrophic, meaning they do not produce their food and must consume organic matter to survive.
Examples:
fungus infection, symbiotic fungus. Certain types of fungus can be toxic to humans, causing severe illness if ingested.
Killing.
The act of causing death, a sudden and intense force or effect that causes significant damage or destruction. A situation where someone is making a substantial amount of money or experiencing significant financial success.
Examples:
killing spree, profit killing. The killing of unarmed civilians is considered a war crime.
Benign.
Kind and gentle, not harmful or malicious.
Examples:
benign tumor, a benign smile. The lump was discovered to be benign, and no further treatment was needed.
Mushroom.
A type of fungus that grows on dead or decaying organic matter and typically has a stalk and an umbrella-shaped cap.
Examples:
mushroom spores, mushroom cultivation. The mushroom risotto was delicious, but I couldn't identify all the mushrooms in it.
Humongous.
Extremely large, gigantic, huge, excessively big.
Examples:
humongous appetite, humongous amount. The new office building was humongous and could fit hundreds of employees comfortably.
Coordinate.
To bring the different parts of the activity and the people into an organized, ordered, or efficient relationship. Adjective, of equal importance, rank, or degree.
Examples:
coordinate a special project, a coordinate clause. We want to coordinate a schedule for the investigation.
Charter.
A document that grants certain rights or privileges, a contract to hire or lease transportation.
Examples:
a charter flight, the Charter of the United Nations. The charter of the organization outlines its mission and goals.
Circular.
Shaped like a circle, having a round form.
Examples:
circular economy, non-circular orbit. The circular shape of the planet makes it difficult to determine which direction is north.
Invade.
To enter aggressively into another's territory by military force for conquest and occupation.
Examples:
invade other tissues, invade his privacy. I have no intention to invade your privacy.
Bark.
The hard outer layer of a tree, a sound made by dogs or some other animals.
Examples:
trees with rough bark, bark at the moon. He removed the bark from the tree.
Mycelium.
The vegetative part of a fungus, consisting of a mass of branching, thread-like hyphae.
Examples:
Mycelium growth. Aerial mycelium. The mycelium of the mushroom spread through the soil, absorbing nutrients.
Strangle.
To choke or suffocate someone by compressing their neck, to inhibit or suppress something, such as a movement or idea.
Examples:
Strangle a cry. Strangle economic growth. The killer used his hands to strangle his victim.
Nutrient.
Any substance that is essential for the maintenance and growth of living things.
Examples:
Nutrient medicine. A nutrient for hair. They used fast-acting nutrients on the flowers in the flower beds.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Underground.
Under the surface of the ground, a secret group organized to achieve a specific purpose, such as overthrowing the government or occupying a force.
Examples:
Water flowing underground. Underground activist. Having underground parking has been very beneficial throughout the winter.
Underwater.
Below or under the surface of the water.
Examples:
Hold my breath underwater. Seals sleep underwater. He is good at swimming underwater.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Coral.
A rock-like substance created in the sea by groupings of specific types of small animals, commonly used in jewelry.
Examples:
Coral island. Coral ornament. She is wearing a coral necklace.
Overcome.
To succeed in controlling or dealing with something, such as a problem or difficulty, to defeat or overwhelm someone.
Examples:
Overcome opponents. Overcome all difficulties. He tried to overcome a bad reputation and win the election.
Meter.
A device used to measure the amount of a particular substance or attribute, such as length, volume, or time. Prosody, the accent in a metrical foot of verse.
Examples:
A gas meter. Poetic meter. The meter on the wall showed that the room was 3 meters long.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Damage.
To harm or cause injury to something or someone, often resulting in decreased value or functionality, to impair or negatively affect something, such as a reputation or relationship. Noun, harm or injury that is caused to a person, thing, or entity.
Examples:
Damage a relationship. Damage assessment. During the surgery, the doctor had to be extremely cautious not to damage a blood vessel.
Parrot.
A tropical bird with a curved beak and the ability to mimic sounds, often kept as a pet and trained to copy the human voice.
Examples:
Repeat like a parrot. A talking parrot. She keeps a parrot in a bird cage as a pet.
Spill.
To cause or allow liquid to run or flow over the edge of its container by accident.
Examples:
Spill a bit of wine. Spill my heart. He was determined to spill everything.
Disaster.
An unexpected event or series of events that cause widespread damage, destruction, or loss of life.
Examples:
Global disaster. Disaster recovery. The disaster response team worked around the clock to aid those affected by the earthquake.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Clone.
A plant or animal whose genetic information is identical to that of a parent organism from which it was created, an unauthorized copy or imitation.
Examples:
Clone embryo. Recombinant clone. He is like an exact clone of his brother.
Colony.
A country or an area that is governed by a more powerful country that is often far away.
Examples:
Plant a colony. A colony of bacteria. The colony declared its independence and became a republic.
Quake.
To shake or vibrate violently and for a short time.
Examples:
Quake in his boots. Quake with cold. The earth began to quake, and he knew he had to leave the building immediately.
Aspen.
A deciduous tree with smooth, white bark that often trembles or quakes in the wind, a type of skiing that involves quick, short turns on steep slopes.
Examples:
Aspen grove. Golden aspen leaves. The aspen trees turned a bright yellow in the fall, creating a beautiful sight.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Stem.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
Stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Interconnect.
To connect similar things.
Examples:
Directly interconnect with those systems. Human activities interconnect with the environment. Our system can now interconnect with other databases.
Genetically.
In a way that relates to or is produced by genes, equals the units in the cells of a living thing received by an animal or plant from its parents, or heredity.
Examples:
Genetically inherited traits. Genetically manipulated plant. The genetically modified crops were resistant to pests and required less water.
Identical.
Being the exact same one.
Examples:
Pair of identical twins. An identical equation. Infant formulas are nutritionally almost identical to a mother's breast milk.
Immortal.
Having eternal or never-ending life, living forever, incapable of dying, having enduring fame or lasting significance.
Examples:
Immortal soul. Immortal love. Legends often describe mythical creatures as immortal beings.
Spruce.
A type of evergreen tree with short, stiff needles and small cones, often used as a decorative or ornamental tree. Adjective, neat, clean, or tidy in appearance.
Examples:
Spruce appearance. Spruce forest. The spruce tree was the perfect addition to the family's Christmas decorations.
Mere.
Used to emphasize how insignificant or minor someone or something is.
Examples:
Mere acquaintance. Mere incident. He lost the election by mere votes.
Woods.
A dense area of trees and shrubs, typically forming a forest or woodland, a place of natural beauty and tranquility. A golf club used for hitting long shots, also known as a driver.
Examples:
Mystery woods. Deep woods. The woods behind the house are a great place to hike and explore.
Locate.
To specify or determine the exact position of someone or something.
Examples:
locate a missing pet. Locate a tumor. The robot can accurately locate construction material.
Discovery:
the act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
a scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Spindle:
a rotating shaft that serves as axes for larger rotating parts. Biology: tiny fibers that are seen in cell division.
Examples:
a spindle-shaped muscle. Spindle cell cancer. A powerful spindle motor is required to process these metal parts.
Climate:
the weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
a cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Vegetation:
plants in general, particularly those indigenous to a particular region or spot.
Examples:
tropical vegetation. Dense vegetation. The vegetation in the area is quite diverse.
Zone:
a specific area, region, or section that is marked off or defined in some way.
Examples:
time zone. Zone defense. He was reluctant to leave his comfort zone and try something new.
Necessarily:
in an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples:
not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Slide:
to move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Tortoise:
a slow-moving, herbivorous reptile characterized by a hard shell that protects its body. Many species of tortoise are long-lived and have lifespans of over 100 years.
Examples:
giant tortoise. Tortoise shell. The Galapagos tortoise is a fascinating creature with a long lifespan.
Clam:
a marine mollusk that burrows and lives on sand or mud. The shell closes with vice-like firmness.
Examples:
giant clam. Shuck a clam. The clam digs through the sand to a significant depth.
Lab:
a workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
environmental determinant, a determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Jellyfish.
A marine creature with a soft, jelly-like body and tentacles for stinging.
Examples:
spineless jellyfish, jellyfish sting. The beach was filled with hundreds of jellyfish, so swimming was not recommended.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights, to take note of something or someone, to celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
observe a tradition, observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Revert.
To return to a previous state or condition, to reply.
Examples:
revert to a heavy smoker, revert to the original subject. After trying the new software, I reverted to the old version.
Polyp.
Of zoology, a small, typically sessile, marine animal with a hollow, cylindrical body and tentacles surrounding a central mouth, often found in colonies and sometimes forming coral reefs. Of gastroenterology, an abnormal tissue growth that can occur in the colon, rectum, or other parts of the gastrointestinal tract.
Examples:
the polyp on the hydra's tentacle, gastric polyp. The coral reef was home to various polyps and other sea creatures.
Maturity.
The state of being fully developed, grown, or ripe, the quality or state of being fully developed mentally, emotionally, or intellectually, the ability to make sound and responsible decisions.
Examples:
maturity level, financial maturity. He showed great maturity in handling the difficult situation.
Unlikely.
Not probable or likely to happen.
Examples:
unlikely event. It is unlikely that he would win the game. The passage of the bill is unlikely.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
survive a blizzard, survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Church.
A building or institution dedicated to religious worship or activities, a Christian religious organization or denomination.
Examples:
church bell, small church. The church on the corner is hosting a free community meal tonight.
Protective.
Serving to protect or shield from harm or danger, designed to prevent damage or injury.
Examples:
Protective coating. Protective measures. Wearing protective gear is crucial for athletes to prevent injuries.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples:
A good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Province.
The territory occupied by one of the constituent administrative districts of a nation.
Examples:
Bengal province. Home province. A network of railways has developed over the province.
Baobab.
A type of African tree with a large, bulbous trunk and sparse branches that often looks upside down, also known as the tree of life due to its ability to store water during droughts.
Examples:
Baobab pulp. Ancient baobab. The baobab tree can grow over 60 feet tall and live for thousands of years.
Palimpsest.
A manuscript or piece of writing material on which the original writing has been effaced to make room for later writing.
Examples:
Palimpsest parchment. Medieval palimpsest. The palimpsest manuscript he discovered contained layers of text from different centuries, offering a fascinating glimpse into the past.
Carve.
To create something by cutting wood or stone to turn sharply.
Examples:
Carve a statue. Carve my name on the plate. This statue is carved from a single tree trunk.
Trunk.
The main stem or body of a tree which its branches grow.
Examples:
The trunk of the tree. The trunk of the body. Destructive fungi thrive in moist environments, such as those seen in wounds on the trunk.
Pulp.
A soft and moist mass of fibers or small pieces, typically produced by grinding, crushing, or shredding plant or wood material, a type of paper made from wood or plant pulp, the soft fleshy part of a fruit or vegetable.
Examples:
Pulp fiction. Orange pulp. The recipe called for squeezing the juice out of the fresh pulp and using it in the sauce.
Hollow.
Having a hole, empty space inside, or indentation on the surface.
Examples:
Have hollow legs. Hollow sound. The tree had a hollow trunk, which made it easy for animals to take shelter inside.
Shelter.
A structure built to protect from poor weather, danger, or attack. Verb, to protect or shield from harm or adversity, particularly relating to environmental conditions or danger.
Examples:
Rainproof shelter, anti-air raid shelter. They need food and shelter.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior, an appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Dubious.
Having doubts or reservations, uncertain.
Examples:
Dubious credibility, direct a dubious look. The evidence presented in court had a dubious origin, raising questions about its authenticity.
Toilet.
A bowl-shaped plumbing fixture with a seat for defecation and urination, or a room or building containing one or more of this fixture.
Examples:
Toilet paper, toilet seat. She walked to the toilet to freshen up before the meeting.
Uniquely.
In a way that is different from all others, in a way that is not shared by others.
Examples:
Play a uniquely important role. Uniquely different. The painting is uniquely painted with a combination of watercolors and oils.
Adapt.
To make fit forward change to suit a new purpose or environment.
Examples:
Adapt fully to the environment. Adapt as needed. I advised him to adapt to his new surroundings.
Moisture.
Small amounts of liquid, especially water, that are present in or absorbed by a substance.
Examples:
Moisture level. Lot of moisture. My hair looks greasy because there is too much moisture in the air.
Mist.
A cloud of very small drops of water collecting in the air, just above the ground or water.
Examples:
Mist in the morning. Fine mist. The sun has risen, and the mist has faded.
Primitive.
Of or relating to an early stage of society with no industry or technological development, simple, naive, or old-fashioned in style.
Examples:
Primitive society. Artifact of a primitive humankind. The industry in this country is still primitive.
Conifer.
A type of evergreen tree or shrub belonging to the group of gymnosperms, characterized by needle-like or scale-like leaves and bearing cones that contain seeds. Examples include pine, spruce, and fir trees.
Examples:
Conifer needle. Conifer forest. The forest was filled with tall conifer trees, providing a green canopy.
Bearing.
The way in which one comports oneself, a posture or stance, especially one indicative of confidence or authority. The horizontal direction or position of a place, object, or person relative to another.
Examples:
a thrust bearing, a military bearing. The pilot had to adjust the plane's bearing to stay on course.
Cone.
A geometric shape that tapers to a point at one end and has a circular base at the other end.
Examples:
traffic cone, ice cream cone. Cone-shaped cells in the eye's retina are responsible for color vision and visual acuity.
Heap.
An untidy pile or mass of something, a large number or amount or extent of something.
Examples:
a heap of trash. Top of the heap. A heap of old clothes was lying in the room.
Shred.
To tear or cut something into a small pieces. Noun, a tiny or scarcely detectable amount.
Examples:
shred paper into little pieces. Shred lettuce for a salad. There is not a shred of evidence that he is guilty.
Harsh.
Severe and unkind, extremely tough and unpleasant to inhabit.
Examples:
harsh climate. Use of harsh chemicals. The Prime Minister faced harsh criticism.
Shed.
To get rid of something as superfluous or unwanted, to cast off hair, skin, horn, or feathers. Noun, an outbuilding with a single story, mainly used for shelter or storage.
Examples:
shed an old skin. A cow shed. He shed a secret tear when he heard the news of his friend's death.
Distinction.
A difference or contrast between similar things or people.
Examples:
important distinction. Draw a distinction. I can't see any distinction between these two concepts.
Kingdom.
The country ruled by a king or queen.
Examples:
establish his kingdom. A subordinate kingdom. By remaining neutral, this kingdom continued to exist.
Botanical.
Relating to the study or science of plants, of, pertaining to, made from, or derived from plants.
Examples:
botanical extract. Botanical illustrations. The botanical gardens were filled with exotic plants from all around the world.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
remarkable achievement. the remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Petrify.
To turn to stone, to make hard and unyielding.
Examples:
Petrify with fear. Petrify into stone. The thought of public speaking will petrify her.
Coniferous.
Relating to or characteristic of cone-bearing trees, typically evergreen, that produce seeds in cones.
Examples:
Coniferous forests. Coniferous habitats. The national park is home to a wide range of coniferous species.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples:
Flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Adaptation.
The action or process of changing to suit different conditions.
Examples:
Adaptation ability. Language adaptation. The company's adaptation approach has been extremely effective.
Unique.
Being the only one of its kind, unlike anything else.
Examples:
A unique teacher. Unique design. The painting is unique, and there is no other like it.
Poetic.
Of or relating to poetry, equals a piece of writing that emphasizes the expression of feelings and ideas, using language in an imaginative and expressive way.
Examples:
Poetic genius. Poetic justice. The sunset was so beautiful, it looked like a poetic scene from a movie.
Botany.
The scientific study of plants.
Examples:
Botany professor. Geographical botany. The study of botany can also include the study of plant fossils and the history of plant evolution.
Bush.
A plant growing thickly with many small branches and several stiff stems coming up from the root.
Examples:
Trees and bushes. A bush of hair. I am going to trim this bush off.
Prone.
Inclined or likely to do something or to show a particular characteristic, especially something bad, lying face downward.
Examples:
Accident prone. Prone to diarrhea. He was prone to making rash decisions.
Fir.
A type of tall evergreen tree that is native to the northern hemisphere, with needle-like leaves and cones that stand upright on the branches.
Examples:
Fir branch. Fir forest. The smell of fresh fir trees filled the air at the Christmas tree farm.
Crown.
A circular ornamental headdress, worn as a symbol of authority by a king, usually made of gold and precious stones.
Examples:
The imperial crown. The crown and throne. The bishop bestowed the golden crown on the king.
Bulk.
The quantity or size of something that is very large, the main part of something.
Examples:
Buy in bulk. Bulk data transfer. I received a parcel of great bulk.
Migrate.
To move from one country or region to another and settle there. To move from one place to another periodically or seasonally.
Examples:
Migrate across borders. Migrate a service. Many Germans migrated to South America in the mid-19th century.
Peep.
To take a quick and often furtive or cautious look at something. To emit a small sound or noise, typically a high-pitched chirp or squeak. Noun, a small, high-pitched sound.
Examples:
Make a peep. Peep into the room. I could only peep through the keyhole to see what was happening in the room.
Roar.
To make a loud, deep sound, like a lion or a car engine.
Examples:
Roar with laughter. Roar for more. The lion roared loudly, signaling its dominance over the other animals.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Eyebrow.
The hair arc over each eye in humans.
Examples:
Raise her eyebrows. Eyebrow cosmetics. She raised an inquiring eyebrow towards me.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
Recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Ubiquitous.
Being or existing everywhere at once.
Examples:
Ubiquitous computing. Ubiquitous across ecosystems. Sugar is ubiquitous in food.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
Expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Outward.
Relating to the external appearance or surface of something, visible.
Examples:
An outward journey. Outward cheerfulness. The outward appearance of the building was impressive, but the inside was in dire need of repairs.
Yucca.
A type of plant belonging to the agave family, typically found in arid regions, with long, pointed leaves and tall stalks of white flowers. Some species of yucca have edible parts and are used for various purposes, including food, medicine, and landscaping.
Examples:
Desert yucca. Ornamental yucca. The desert landscape was dotted with yucca plants, adding a touch of green to the arid scenery.
Dot.
A very small circular mark, especially one that is printed.
Examples:
Connecting the dots. Dot blot method. The wallpaper had a pattern of pink dots on a white surface.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Bureau.
An office or agency that specializes in a particular type of work, often related to collecting or compiling data or information.
Examples:
Bureau of Statistics. Travel Bureau. I went to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles to renew my driver's license.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Designate.
To indicate, specify, or name someone or something for a particular purpose or job, to give a name or title to something.
Examples:
Designate a representative. Designated driver. He was designated as the team captain for the upcoming game.
Recreational.
Relating to or for leisure or pleasure, done for enjoyment rather than work or duty.
Examples:
A recreational center. Recreational drugs. I enjoy recreational activities such as hiking and swimming.
Terrain.
The physical features of a piece of land, including hills, valleys, rivers, and forests.
Examples:
Terrain map. Permafrost terrain. The mountainous terrain was rough and rocky. Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic bacteria, harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
Hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Clue.
An object, a piece of evidence, or some information that helps someone to find the answer to a problem, question, or mystery.
Examples:
A clue about the crime. A clue to the diagnosis. The police couldn't find a clue to her whereabouts.
Permafrost.
A layer of soil that is permanently below freezing, usually in polar regions.
Examples:
Permafrost area. Thawing permafrost. Permafrost is crucial to soil stability in Arctic areas.
Dormant.
In a state of temporary inactivity, rest, or sleep, not growing or progressing, but capable of doing so under the right circumstances.
Examples:
Dormant volcano. Dormant account. The disease can remain dormant for years before it presents any symptoms.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Melt.
To turn from something solid into something soft or liquid as a result of heating.
Examples:
Melt the ice. Melt down gold. Her resistance melted under his persuasion.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Peninsula.
A long piece of land that is almost surrounded by water but is linked to a larger part of the land.
Examples:
The tip of the peninsula. The Arab Peninsula. That peninsula was an essential base for the country's defense.
Phase.
Any stage in a series of events, change, or development.
Examples.
Enter on the last phase. Two-phase structure. The era of the Industrial Revolution was a crucial phase of history.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples.
Celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Barometer.
An instrument that measures atmospheric pressure and is used to predict changes in weather, a measure of the prevailing conditions or trends within a particular situation or environment.
Examples.
Economic barometer. Air pressure barometer. The number of patients in the hospital is a useful barometer of regional health trends.
Millennium.
A span of 1,000 years, or the 1,000th anniversary, plural, millennia.
Examples.
Past millennium. Millennium bottle of wine. Our world is in the third millennium.
Withstand.
To resist the effect or impact of something.
Examples.
Withstand pressure. Withstand temptation. The new phone is waterproof and can withstand being dropped in water.
Untold.
Not yet revealed or known, not having been counted or measured.
Examples.
Untold riches. An untold number of people. The untold stories of the disaster victims need to be heard to understand the impact fully.
Peril.
Serious and great danger or risk.
Examples.
The peril of the sea. Environmental peril. Due to hunger, the lives of the refugees were in peril.
Encroachment.
An act of moving or advancing into someone else's territory or area of control, an invasion or infringement upon someone else's rights or interests.
Examples.
Encroachment of territory. Encroachment on personal rights. The encroachment of the new housing development on the wildlife habitat caused concern among environmentalists.
Jeopardy.
The state of being in danger or at risk of harm or loss.
Examples.
Put his life in jeopardy. Tax in jeopardy. The project is in jeopardy of being cancelled due to a lack of funding.
Insure.
To provide coverage in the event of loss or damage.
Examples.
Insure my house against fire. Ensure domestic tranquility. I will insure my car before I go on a road trip.
Foresee.
To perceive or predict, to anticipate or expect something to happen in the future.
Examples:
Foresee the consequences. Foresee challenges. I foresee a problem arising if we don't address this issue now.